100 days in insert game here challenges are really popular on YouTube, so I thought I would try one for Space Engineers. Fortunately, when we create a new world in Space Engineers, we can see that by default, each day in-game is 2 hours long. That means 100 in-game days would take... 8 and a bit real-life days. Let's just... There you go, that's better. I've spawned my starting pod above the Earth-like planet, and I've started with a great spawn with lots of flat land and an ice lake in the distance. All I've got to do now is wait for my starting pod to land, and then we can begin. The starting pod is still falling. Almost there, we're about to land, and touchdown! Let's get started. First we need to mine some stone in order to turn it into iron, nickel and silicon to start building a base. That shouldn't take too long. I have mined some stone. Unfortunately, I do not have enough space to store all the stone I've been mining, so I've just been leaving it over there. In order to build better storage, I need metal grids. In order to build metal grids, I need a basic assembler. However, the basic assembler requires cobalt ingots in order to make metal grids. Refining stone does not get you cobalt, so in order to get cobalt, you need to find cobalt ore. And additionally, the survival kit cannot turn ores into ingots, so I'll also need a refinery in order to do so. So that gives us our 3-step plan. Find cobalt ore, turn cobalt ore into ingots using the refinery, and then use those ingots to build metal grids in order to build one cargo container. Also, the sun is now rising, so I'm pretty sure I spent the entire day explaining that predicament. It makes sense to find cobalt ore first and then build my base where I find it. And I also probably need to find a source of iron nearby as well, as iron is needed for pretty much everything and you get very little from stone. My starting pod does have an ore detector on it, so I could modify it to fly around and find ores. However, the range of the ore detector is very low, so I'd need to fly really close to the ground in order to do so. That would be fine, except I can't build thrusters without metal grids, and that's the exact reason we're in this predicament to begin with, and I'd rather not risk crashing my ship to do so. I could also attempt to add wheels to my starting pod. However, wheels require large steel tubes, which also requires the basic assembler, so that's another catch-22. So instead, I'm just going to fly over to ore patches with my jetpack and hopefully I can find the ores I need. I found a place with both iron and cobalt ore next to each other, but there's one small problem. You can see that marker in the distance is my respawn pod, and it's quite a way away, which means I somehow need to get that respawn pod to here. Oh, and if you're wondering how I'm going to get back, don't worry, no time is going to be wasted. There's a really easy way to do it. And we're back, and I've just realised now that all that stone I've mined I'm going to have to leave behind, and also that rhymed. Anyway, it's too late to think about that now. We've still got 69 days, nice, left to make up for it. So, like I said earlier, we need to make modifications to our starting pod in order to get it to fly. We need to add a gyroscope to it for turning and a cockpit for control. And the sun is rising. Building a cockpit is easy, as we can build one with all the resources we gained from refining stone, and luckily some idiot mined a bunch of it earlier, so we have some to spare. A gyroscope is a bit trickier, as it needs a large steel tube, which, as I said earlier when discussing building wheels, we can't build yet. However, each of the thrusters we have on our starting pod includes one large steel tube on it, and a gyroscope only needs one large steel tube, so we can remove one thruster to build one gyroscope. Wait a second, the sun is rising again. Removing one thruster gives us 4 more thrusters to play around with. However, one of those thrusters is a hydrogen thruster, and at this point I'd rather not touch it as I don't want to run out of fuel while flying. So that leaves us 3 remaining thrusters to play around with. From testing, it takes 2 thrusters to keep us up in the air, so I'll move the third one to the front of the pod in order to make it easier to slow down if needed. And liftoff. I'm sure absolutely nothing will go wrong here with our jerry-rigged ship with 3 thrusters. While the sun is moving faster and the days are shorter, time is still moving at the same rate. So in order to pass the time, how about you click that like button and subscribe to this channel. When I hit 25,000 subscribers, I will be destroying an entire planet. So if you'd like to see that, you better click that button. Have you done it yet? You have until the sun rises to do, there it goes. Stay on target, stay on target. Oh, close enough. So, we've arrived. Now it's time to build a base. Whilst we've been flying around, I've been doing some calculations, and in order to build a refinery and a basic assembler, we have to mine and refine 57,000 kilograms of stone. That seems like a lot of stone. I'm glad I didn't spend all that time mining stone that we had to leave behind. And done. 1 basic assembler and 1 refinery. With this, the world is ours. It's only taken 57 days. Oh, wow. Better get a move on then. Next, we need to... Oh, the sun. As I was saying, now we need to power our basic assembler and refinery. Wind turbines are probably the best at this point, due to them not needing the sun, and with the sun doing a speed run around the planet at the moment, wind power is probably our best option. But in order to build wind turbines, I'm gonna need more resources. So back down the mines I go. I am a dwarf, and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole, digging a hole. Wind power! Cargo container! I got the metal grids from the thruster and gyro on the starting pod, don't question me. Now, we can finally build stuff. I can't believe I'm nearly done with my 100 days in Space Engineers challenge, and I've barely achieved anything. I've just built a base, if you can even call it that. I think it's time for goddamn sun, let me finish! As I was saying, I think it's time for a change. In these 100 days, we're going to achieve something that took mankind hundreds of thousands of years to do. We're going to land on the moon. 30 days, 30 minutes to build a ship to land on the moon. Easy. Now that we have built our basic assembler and refinery, we now have access to refine ores and turn them directly into components. We just need a little bit of cobalt for metal grids for thrusters, but the bulk of the resources we'll need is iron. And with the limited time we have... You know what? Screw destroying a planet for 25k. I'm going to destroy the sun right goddamn now. As I was saying, with the limited time we have, I'm not going to build any structure. This ship is going to be entirely form over function. A cockpit, thrusters, a battery, a gyro, 1 hydrogen tank, and a H2O2 generator. Nothing else. With this minimalist design, it shouldn't take that long to build. It's fine. We've still got time. The moon isn't that far away, really. It's fine. I'm sure we can still achieve something in 100 days. Launch in 10, 9, 8. Actually, just launch. We don't have time to waste. Go, go, go! This is taking a very long time. We haven't even got out of the atmosphere yet. Why is this taking so long? Come on, game. Please, just get rid of the gravity. I believe in you. We're so close. We're not going to make it. We've not got enough time. If only we had more time. Time. Wait, we don't need more time. We just need more speed. And no one said anything about not using mods in this challenge. We'll just remove the speed cap and we'll buff hydrogen thrusters to an insane degree. And the best part is, as we're not in the world, this doesn't even count to my 100 days challenge. Absolute genius. 2 days, 2 minutes. That's all the time we have to get to the moon. An actual achievement within these 100 days. Punch it, Chewie. Yes! Yes, we're doing it! It's happening! Challenge complete! Wait, how are we going to slow down? Ugh. Where am I? My ship. Wait, you're me! Yes, I am you. I'm you from the timeline where you actually completed the 100 days challenge and didn't cheat. Oh wow, was it worth it? Well... Wait a second, isn't this your ship from the thumbnail? Of course it is. It had to appear somewhere in the video. Special thanks to my supporters, Summit, Tarantula Fudge, what a fantastic name, and the Wildcat. And also thanks to Athaki, who just became a supporter as well. If you wish to support my channel, you can do so by clicking the link in the description, or you can do what everyone else does, and like and subscribe for more content.